Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about 7 questions to ask yourself before investing in content marketing. So I'll jump right into it. Question number 1. What are your goals? Are you trying to get more traffic? Are you trying to get more leads? Is it for branding? What are you trying to do specifically first? And that's going to help shape your campaign, because if you don't have any goals, if you don't have any things that you're trying to aim for, you're not going to be able to manage what you're doing and it's going to become a mess. You have to establish clear, concise goals first. It seems like a duh statement, but a lot of content marketing I see out there today still doesn't seem to have clear goals.
Yeah, because if your goal is to get more traffic, as Eric's mentioning, you want to create more broad content. If your goal is to get more leads, you want to create very specific content that won't get as much traffic, but is much more likely to generate you qualified leads. So that question is really important. Number 2, how long are you willing to make the investment? The reason you want to ask yourself this is if you're not willing to make the investment for a year without seeing an ROI, content marketing isn't for you. It's a long-term play. Don't expect results in the first 6 months. So make sure you're able to keep going for a year, 2 years without it being cash flow positive.
All right. And number 3, who is your target audience? Who are you trying to appeal to, right? It's actually even better to think about, people talk about, personas a lot, right? What kind of personas can you actually create? And then figure out, who your target audience is, right? So figure out your target audience first and then figure out, the persona portion too. So this is actually, two different things. That way you're going to be able to target your content more. It's the same thing, right? It's you got to have your goals first and then figure out who you're speaking to specifically.
Number 4. Can you produce 3 pieces of blog content per week? I know that's a big ask. If you can't, it's probably not right for you. That's realistically what you need to do really well in content marketing. 1 a week is okay, somewhat acceptable, but you really need to produce 3 articles per week, and you have to be able to do that for at least 1 year. If you can't do it, question is can you hire other people to help you out? You can find them at jobs.problogger.net. And if you can't hire them, do you have the budget to pay them, right? Because if you don't have the budget, then again, that's not going to work.
All right, number 5. So the other question is, what do you want to share? And why do you want to share it exactly, right? So I guess that's 2 more. So I guess today's a bonus day for everybody here. So in terms of what you think you want to share, but you have to think about at the same time, you should ask yourself when you're actually writing a piece of content or when you're producing a piece of content, why will sharing it help you accomplish your objectives, right? So that's one of the questions we had earlier. You have your objectives, but how is this piece going to help actually, target kind of or hit your objectives, right? And then also at the same time, why will your audience want to watch it? Is it going to create a connection overall? So you have to consider those as well. What do you want to share? And then again, you have to think about why. Keep asking yourself why when you're doing things, because a lot of times I see out there with content marketing, people just tend to produce content for content's sake, and it just becomes a content production machine, and you don't know what you're doing. You're running around with your head chopped off, and you're just producing content for content's sake, and that's a big mistake. And you're not going to be able to hit the goals that you want if you do that.
Number 6. Is one of your competitors already doing content marketing and successful at it, right? Is there someone you want to model after? Reason being is what I found with content marketing, what works for your competition to get traffic and leads typically will work for you. So the question is there someone in your space that's already doing somewhat well? If they are, use tools like BuzzSumo, Ahrefs to figure out what strategies they're doing. And then from there, just copy them.
All right. And actually, number 7, this is a spin on what Neil said. What can you do differently, right? If people are zigging away, how do you zag the other way, right? So if you look at, for example, doing a podcast, it's not a lot of people are doing this right now. More and more people are starting to do it, but a lot of people in the marketing space, they're doing blog posts, right? So Neil does a lot of blog posts. We do a lot of blog posts, but at the same time, to diversify, how can we zag the other way? If you see all your competitors doing one thing and you see an opening somewhere else, maybe you see an interesting opening in Instagram or something through YouTube or something through Pinterest, for example. How can you switch over and think of this as the blue ocean strategy, right? Don't go where it's super competitive. Where can you go where it's not as competitive, right? So I recommend Googling the term blue ocean strategy and applying that concept to how you do content marketing. that is it for this episode. But before you go, we do have a special giveaway here. The tool is called Funnel Dash. So what Funnel Dash is it basically will help you. It will help you track the lifetime ROI of your Facebook ad campaigns. And to date, I haven't seen any dashboard that allows you to do that. Those of you that run Facebook ads, this is definitely worth taking a look at. The tool is made by a guy that used to run marketing at Lead Pages. So if you want to get in on this giveaway, just rate, review, and subscribe this podcast, and then text Marketing School, that's one word, Marketing School, to 33444 to prove that you did it. And if you have any tools that you think would be interesting to give away on this podcast, or you'd like to work with us on it, just email Neil or myself. And basically what we're trying to do here is give away more tools to add more value to you, our audience, who we love very much. So that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.